Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's great to have you back here, Director Young. You know, it's common this time of year in this cycle to hear the question, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Well, 4 years ago today, then President Trump was busy tweeting out crazy conspiracy theories about COVID-19. By the end of the month, 1.5 million Americans would lose their jobs. By the end of the following month, a record 20.5 million Americans would lose their jobs. Many American families were stuck inside, probably like my family. I was on Zoom in a little office in my house, my wife teaching her second grade class from our dining room on Zoom, and our daughter, a kindergartner at the time, in her kindergarten class, sitting at our kitchen table. Most American families were worried about keeping ends meet and, frankly, keeping their mental health. Well, let's look at where instead we are today. All of the jobs that were lost during COVID have been earned back and more. Unemployment has been below 4% for a record 25 consecutive months, the longest in more than a half century. In 2023, contrary to what we heard about supposedly teetering on recession, and despite the predictions of all the naysayers and doomsdayers, 2.5% economic growth, more than any other peer economy in the world. And inflation, it has cooled considerably. We are now almost at the Fed target, and as was confirmed yesterday, as projected, the Fed will cut rates by 75 basis points over the course of this year. It has gotten so good, Mr. Chairman, that the center-right economist out with this latest headline, America's pumped up economy. So when we consider the fact that this economy has come all the way back from the depths of where we were 4 years ago today, why in the world would we ever go back to where we were just 4 short years ago? Well, that is exactly where Republicans want to lead us. Just yesterday afternoon, and I appreciate the timing for this hearing today, the Republican Study Committee released its 2025 budget. Here's what they propose: cutting Social Security by $1.5 trillion, raising the retirement age, cuts promised to benefits for those who are currently paying into the system and near retirement age. Medicare, $1 trillion worth of cuts. It would end the Medicare guarantee and turn Medicare into a premium support system. Seniors would have to fend for themselves on the open market with nothing but a coupon to offset as much of the cost of the insurance as they could find. Medicaid, CHIP, and the Affordable Care Act cut by an additional $4.5 trillion. This is the Republican budget and what they plan to do if they were to gain full control here in Washington, D.C. So, Mr. Chairman, you're right. There is a stark and clear difference between the two visions. One is a vision that would take us back to the depths of where we were just 4 years ago. The other is a vision that has literally led the world in economic growth. I look forward to hearing more about the details of both of those visions today, and I look forward to your testimony here, Director Young. Thank you.